Hi, I am Gopro on 2 wheels, and Portugal End-to-End is coming up again. So we're gonna have another Portuguese End-to-End, Portugal End-to-End, on which I am going to participate. This year it's going to be 3 days instead of the classical 2, because the caravan last year was too big, was gigantic with 1600 bikes, and many people started before sunrise and many people ended after sunset. So to spread that out a bit, the stages will be shorter and it'll do the 3 days. Okay, another objective of this is that this way you can go through slower roads because you don't have the time constraint anymore, because the ride is shorter, but you can go through roads where you have to ride a lot slower, so it's an easier ride instead of having to push for speed on some places to make the time. Okay, so 3 days, how's it gonna go? We're going to start where we ended last year, on Vila Pouca de Aguiar. Village of the Few Driving. No, that's not the name. I'm kidding, okay. It's untranslatable. I just did a very stupid literal translate word for word, which makes no sense. No, seriously, we're going to start at Vila Pouca de Aguiar on the northern end of Portugal, and then we're going to go southeast into the almost straight into the border with Spain, and then we'll be following the border with Spain all the way down to Algarve, where we started last year. So start and finish are the same, only opposites, or at least I think we finished where we started last year. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but I kind of think so. I know the rest of the route, sort of. They showed a map which shows the route, but it shows the route in a kind of a high level, but I know some of the areas and I kind of know where we are going to go, and it's gonna be very nice. We're going to go through some pretty impressive mountains. We're not doing Serra da Estrela yet. I'm sorry, I'm very disappointed on that. I really want to do that. It's the biggest mountain in Portugal, or at least the tallest one. I'd really like to ride on it, but it's not gonna be this year though. But other than that, it's gonna be really cool. So, about the videos, last year, well, you guys didn't seem to enjoy the videos all that much. Very few viewers, which left me a bit disappointed. So this year I'm going to do it slightly different. I might do a couple of pure vlogs, kind of like this, talking about whatever strikes my fancy, but for the end-to-end series it's just going to be 1 per day, 3 videos, as a more cinematic wrap-up of the whole day, so it's easier to digest instead of N videos of tour guiding, basically. Of course I might do one or another more tour guide-ish videos if we kind of walk on a castle, things like that, which will happen on the stops. Those will be on foot videos, which are always, well, I like doing them. They're always funny, and I guess you guys seem to enjoy them as long as there's not too many castles, palaces and things like that. But the whole look at this bend, look at these turns, that's going to be pared down into just a short summary of it all. There's no use making 10 videos where only 2,000 people take a look at it. I prefer to make 5 videos where 4,000 people take a look at it. So I'll make just the 3 and hope that it's a big hit. Let's see what I can do. I also know what I have to do this year: take less cargo. I'll still take the 2 GoPros because of battery issues, so I can switch around them, but I'll try new angles so it's not always from my face. Thing is, you don't really have time to be shifting the GoPro around, so that's why most of the videos end up being just my face, because you really don't have time to stop and then redo a shot, or let's go back to redo that shot from another angle. It's just, you have to improvise the way you go. So if I want to do another angle, I have to stick it on that particular place and just hope the road ahead is going to be fun. Maybe I'll coordinate better with my riding buddies so they can carry cameras too to give me extra footage. That ought to be fun. We did it last year, but it was a bit uncoordinated. Each one filmed whatever he wanted. So, oh, this year it's not going to be just the three of us. Last year it was me, a KTM 1190 and a BMW GS 1200. This year it's going to be 6. The KTM, the GS 1200, another GS 1200, another Tracer, me, hang on, 2 BMs, 2 Tracers, that's me included, the KTM, and I'm missing someone and I'm not sure who is on that other bike. V-Stone 650, I think? I'm not sure. Okay, it's a big team, 6 guys. Actually 3 two-man teams, but what the hell. So it's gonna be cool. It's going to be a 6-man ride. I'm also going to have to scrape up some money somehow for a new intercom. The Senna is, well, it failed last time. It couldn't quite interface and it kept running out of comms. It had to be on top volume or else it just would disconnect for some reason. That was very annoying, and having to worry about comms and trying comms over and over and over again, that was not cool. So I'm going to have to scrape up some money to get a Cardo, a Pack Talk, which is a pretty expensive one, to talk with everyone else, so we can do a proper dynamic mesh, which is Cardo's technology for 6, 7, 8, 12, 40 riders. And that works pretty well, because if someone drops out of range, it will just drop out of the connection. When he comes back into range, he'll come back into the connection, and that works really well. So if someone has to take a call, they can drop out of the intercom mesh, end the call, and they're back on, and there's no fiddling with buttons, just kind of works. Also, I have managed to finally break the Senna after all this time. The wires coming out of the Senna from the bottom and then under my cheek pads and into the speakers, etc. One of them is frayed, so my left speaker every now and then goes a bit haywire, but if I touch the wire back there, it just goes perfect again. So remember, this was what, 2 years with the Senna, which in normal usage equates to at least 4 because of the heavy use I give it. And you know the heavy use I give it. It's 2 times a day, 2 rides a day, helmet on the desk. I never do much care on that, so it works perfectly. That thing just got broken, and that is a $30 repair, which is really not that much. But I'm going to invest in a new one just because of the Portuguese End-to-End, so I can talk to all the buddies with no issues. I'm not sure how I'm going to get the money to do that, but I'll figure a way. I don't think I need 2 kidneys, do I? I don't. Let's see. I've already set up myself with a 12-volt outlet here on the left side of the bike, so I can charge the GoPro, cell phone, GPS, whatever I need on the go. I'm testing out the roadbook reader, which should be around here somewhere. It's actually quite difficult on this bike. It doesn't seem like it, but this bar, which supposedly is for accessories, well, there's a small issue. Most accessories are built to be used with handlebars, and this is not a handlebar, so they don't usually fit in here. But I can make my roadbook reader fit in here. I'll just have to drill a few extra holes, and I can actually fit it with 6 screws here, and it'll move nowhere. Thing is, it is so sunk down that if I stick it in here, then I can't rotate the little knobs to go through the pages, which sucks. So I'll have to get a bar to stick it in here. Usual handlebar bar or crossbar, yeah. Have to get a crossbar to put it higher so I can use it. This will have to leave from here because the knobs will be here. Either I'll stick it under here and it'll just show up here and I won't be able to see my dash, which is not ideal, or I'll get a GV accessory I saw, which adds a bracket between these 2 screws where I can then stick the ram mount and it'll be here, which should be fairly fantastic. So I'm still preparing, getting the bike ready, getting all the logistics ready, getting a list of stuff I'm going to bring and not bring. For example, no use bringing the DSLR camera. I didn't take a single picture last year, and when I had the opportunity I did not have the energy. When I had the energy I did not have the opportunity, so there's no use doing that. Not gonna happen. I'm going to take the clothes on a really small bag, maybe a tank bag if I can afford one, maybe a backpack, most likely some sort of bag strapped to the pillion seat, because I don't have side cases for this bike, I only have the top case. And then less GoPro stuff, just a little baggie, which is what I tried when I went to Qatar and worked fine. Just the bare minimums, batteries, a couple of arms for the GoPro, and very little else. Should fit in a thing like this. Last year I brought the whole metal case with everything of the GoPro in it. Kind of overkill. Yeah, so less baggage, so it all can fit in the top case and leave some space on the top case. Let's see if this works better than last year. I should be a bit more comfortable than last year, at least on my back. On my bum I do have a comfort seat, but it still appears to be inferior to the XJ6 stock seat, which is amazing. But this seat allows me to sit up forward and be straight, or sit a bit back to rest my ass, and then sit slightly more forward in a position more reminiscent of my XJ6. So yeah, that's going to be the Portuguese End-to-End. It's about to start, and I really can't wait for it to go. I just hope work doesn't ask me to travel on that time. I will be furious if that happens. Okay, yeah, that's it. Portuguese End-to-End. Are you looking forward to it? Okay, you're out.